every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of The Let Out. I want to introduce my co-host, Sylvia.
What's up?
My other co-host, Alicia. And me, Will, a.k.a. Bobby. All right, we got a great show. Let's get it popping. We want to talk about the August Alsina story and the Will and Jada whole debacle and see what's going on with that. We want to get everybody's take on if they believe that there was a romantic relationship or if they believe that it was just a friendship and that she was just some sort of a mentor. So we want to get everybody's thoughts on that. We also want to talk about if you're in a relationship, is it okay to be or can you be friends with your ex? And then we'll go to the infamous surprise topic. So without further ado, let's get it popping. All right, so let's start out with the August Alsina earlier this week. This guy, you know, he seemed like he was heartfelt in what he was saying, and he talked about his relationship with Jada amongst other things. But we're going to focus on the Jada and August relationship. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that? As far as, do you think that it was really just a relationship where she was kind of a mentor? Do you think that it actually did get romantic or sexual? What
I'll
are
let
our
Sylvia
thoughts
take
about
the lead
that?
first.
Okay, so go ahead, Sylvia. What are your thoughts on what happened there?
Cause look, she already got to look like I'm ready to go in. I'm ready to let her.
Yeah, she like, let me go ahead and let Sylvia go because if I go in and get that mess in.
Yeah, I got some shit I gotta say. That's what her look like.
Yeah,
I think that because, you know, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think that he was just in a very bad space. When she took him in on her wing, like he was addicted to Percocet. He was going through some things in his life. And one thing that I've noticed about Jada from watching her round table, red talk table, or round table, whatever the hell it's called.
Red talk.
Red table talk.
Jada has a healing spirit. And when you have a healing spirit, broken people gravitate to you. And I think that his brokenness gravitated to her healing. Her healing gravitated, because people that heal gravitate to broken people because they always want to fix them.
Okay.
I think it was a sexual relationship because
you don't?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think that she gave him something on a deeper level that he wasn't used to, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, that he had never gotten from anybody else, maybe parents, mother, whatever. And I think that's what drawed him in. Mm-hmm. Even in the interview, he never said, he said just enough for you to draw your own conclusion. Yeah. And because most people don't have that or never had that type of connection, the first thing you're going to go to is a sexual connection, because that's what, you know, even from when we start having sex, you know, we have our sexual, we lose our virginity or whatever, we attached. There are some, but there's another connection outside of that. And I feel like that's what happened, draw him in. He realized, hey, this is somebody I can't be with for the rest of my life. She's married, life partner, whatever they want to call it. However, they label their union. You know what I mean? Will and Jada has never had an orthodox relationship or marriage to begin with. Even when it go back to them having an open relationship, although they've addressed that, people are gonna believe what they want to believe. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't. For me, I don't see sexual relationship.
I think Alicia disagrees.
Well, I want to make sure she's done with her thought before I come in.
No, I don't think it was a sexual relationship. I think it was something way more deeper.
All right. So Alicia.
And hold on, one more thing. If it was a sexual relationship, you're still, and he's that torn up because they can't be together. She's not saying it. You still saying, I have genuine love for these people. Like, I really love them. Like, no. You're not, if it was to that level, you know, you take somebody goods from them, you're not still hollering about you love them, you love their husband. It was something way deeper. On a different level than sex.
Okay, awesome. All right. Thunder.
No! so tired of being an angry black woman. So I want to make
it's
sure
not that it's anger. It's just like, you know, the thunder just means that the thunder is more so a passion. It's really not.
Okay.
It's not just anger. Yeah.
I watch some of the clips back and I be like, oh Jesus.
Oh no, that's passion, man. It's a difference between
okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But I watched the full interview because I just felt like seeing like the bits and pieces of the clips, it looked like it was going to be really, really interesting, and he was being really, really raw and naked. Because in addition to that interview, he's also done like 5 documentaries. And he's been doing these, I think he said, over a span of anywhere between 5 to 7 years, and so it's all now kind of come to pass. Yeah. And he's released all of it.
Okay.
But in the interview, Angela Yee kind of asked him a little bit about his love life and about the speculation that people have with you said what?
I said we on Zoom. Keep that in mind.
With the speculation of what's going on between him and Jada and what was going on and how he had released a little bit of music that kind of put the little feelers out there that something was kind of going on or something has gone on.
Right.
So you could tell initially he didn't want to address it and talk about it, but then he was like, you know what, basically, you know, this new awakening, this new movement he has, he's going to be raw, vulnerable, and he's going to go ahead and speak on it. He was like, no matter who gets mad at me, angry, what they say about me, I'm going to speak my truth. And throughout the whole interview, to me, and watching his documentaries, it was about him being able to be vulnerable and speak his truth, regardless of who got what to say about it. I 100% walked away thinking, and even before something was going on. He was taking trips with this woman without her husband, red carpet together, the selfies.
You breaking up?
I think that what about now?
Just a little bit better now.
Am I better? Okay. Yeah. So I'm not connected to any Wi-Fi, I think, at all right now. But it sounded like, I think the initial intention was to be a mentor. He said that he approached her, I think, at a concert. It could have been for the kids, one of the kids' concerts. And he approached her and said, basically, hey, I'm in a bad spot. I need guidance. I need help. And I think that the initial thing was to be that mentor for him. He said that it had gone on for like 5 years, the relationship with her. So I think he was 22 at the time. So, you know, he also had mom issues. His mom wasn't there. Dad wasn't really there. So I think that she did initially take on that mom role, that mentor role. But I think a lot of that alone time, that time being devoted to try to help him out. Unfortunately, sometime in that guy and girl relationship, that all that time together can go ahead and evolve and turn into something. So I do think it was what Sylvia's saying, had that deep level, that deep connection. I think that they shared that. And I think that evolved into something sexual. Connection that went into something sexual. Like, if you watch the whole interview as a whole, this man is basically like, hey, if I die today, pretty much I can say that I gave my all to that relationship, to that woman, and I can die and basically be saying like, hey, I'm full. I gave my all to a relationship. And really and truly, it sounds like he walked away from the relationship when his sister-in-law, his dead brother's baby mama, his sister died. And he basically realized that he wasn't getting what he needed from this relationship, that he wanted to live life full, and that he deserved and needed more. No. So he knew that he couldn't have more with Jada.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. This man was clearly very much in love with this woman.
No. And I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
And when you listen to some of Will and Jada's interviews,
Sylvia doesn't doubt that. And when you listen to their interviews, I know the things
that they allude to and that they put out there.
They did say that. However,
and I don't think it's an open relationship. I don't think there's an open relationship. I don't think that they swing. I think it's open.
Nah, it's open. What I think that what they have is that they're saying, okay, like she said this. I don't give a damn what's going on. I don't give a damn if you got somebody else, I got somebody else. We're staying married. I get that.
Yeah.
So it's like marriage until we die. Well, not to me though, because my thing is, many people do it anyway. They just do it under the guise of, I'm just gonna cheat or whatever I'm gonna do, or I'm gonna hide it and blah blah blah. They're just open relationship, and it's like And rather than do that and mess the marriage up, we both agree on something. Again, it's their household. We both agree on something. But that's neither here nor there. Here's my thing about them is I think I'm with Sylvia on a few things. Yes, I think that she gave him something that he has, especially a young guy. Like Jada
22 is very young and impressionable.
Jada is grown woman, a different type. Like she is passionate. She is compelling. She has wisdom. She's intrigued. I mean, she's a lot of different adjectives, right?
She's well-rounded.
And I think that at a young man's age, dealing with a certain type of female often, and then when you run into grown, it's something else. I'm not saying that they never did have sex. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying if they did. I think it may have been maybe once.
Oh no!
But I don't think that. I don't think that. I honestly.
So you think that he made up the whole thing about saying he sat down with Will and Will gave him his blessing?
No, I don't think. I think that what he's saying was he sat down with Will and got his blessings to be around her as a mentor and be close, and him not get pissed off. I'm asking for your respect, because at the end of the day, as her husband, I even have to talk to you about being a mentor. Because I'm going to be around your wife. I'm going to be calling your wife.
I don't think that in their relationship, to me, it seems that Jada is more so the one that wears the pants in the relationship. So I don't think that Jada would need Will
Smith to
do it. Oh, most
definitely. Have you seen the round table talk when he was on there?
Yeah.
You can't possibly think that she wears the pants.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
That's where I'm going, Sylvia. It doesn't seem like it.
It wasn't until her 40th birthday when she realized that how unhappy she was, and how it took her to realize how unhappy she was, and everything that he had done, the house that they are living in, the party that he gave, that was all him for her, because that's what he wanted. If she was wearing the pants, none of that would have taken place. No. Will and Jada have a very, like I said before, unorthodox relationship that
it's unique.
Really it's very unique, and it wasn't until I got to the age that I am now, and I've lived and realized some things, and I can relate to some things when it comes to some of the things that they say, that now I get it.
Right.
I don't think that, and even if she did, which I still don't think, it may have been once. But and then even for him to still express the amount of love that he had for both of them.
But I have a question.
But I don't think if Will has no attitude, and this man let you know his kids and his wife for all these years, I mean, there's no beef, right? Why would he have beef with Will? Why wouldn't it be love? Because you accepted me being with your woman. You're being around your kids.
The beef would be, it wouldn't be a beef. It would be more of a I'm not going to,
because you have an understanding. So what is the problem if we have an understanding? Because it's everybody talk about Will and his different girlfriends he have.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, because it's open.
Women that he go on vacation with, and
think about the old days.
Nor Jada.
No, think about the old days though. The old days, the women and the men, but mostly the women, you wasn't leaving the household. You stayed married. In the old days, regardless of what happened, if the man cheated, if he was a rolling stone, the woman was at home trying to make it work. It just stopped as we got older and the generations moved to, I ain't taking this shit. I'm not having it. That used to be the old way, was regardless of what happens, we're gonna stay together. That's their household. It's like at the end of the day, nobody's breaking.
Well, he said that he's never wanted a divorce. Even with his first wife, he was not happy in the relationship. He said he was not happy, but he did not want a divorce. And even when she initiated the divorce, he didn't want it. But at the same time, you don't want me.
But it makes no sense. Check this. If
he was committed to their union, he was committed to the house. It had nothing to do with.
But he said he was also in love with Jada at the time, though. So
why would they deny it?
How are you committed to it, though?
Why would they deny it?
Why would they deny what? I think as open as they are, they're also very private.
They are, but at the same time,
like,
again, if everybody knows
friends that he has, people know what's going on in Hollywood. They talk
say
about
no comment. They could say no comment.
They've never said no comment.
I'm saying they could.
It's easy to just shut it down and say it's not true.
If it was just a privacy issue, I would just say, you know what, we're not going to speak on it because we don't feel like we have the need to.
When August did that video, he also released different text messages between him and Jada at the same time. And yeah, he right now he is chatty patty. If you want to say, yes, it was part of his video. Yes.
What did they say?
I don't remember.
Well,
I don't remember it now, but in that moment, you know, don't let me get off here and go look him up real quick.
You ain't gotta look. I got you. I got you. I'll look at those while we go to the next topic. But no, don't get off your phone for no damn text message. We got a Zoom to run. So unprofessional. I got it on this one. You using your phone? I'm not. I'll go to it and then we'll roll back to it. But for the time being, yeah, I don't think that he had. I don't think that they had anything. It's possible that they could have, but it's also possible.
I just don't think
it's also possible he's stretching the truth. Why is he doing this when the album is coming out? Why is he doing this while the album is coming out? Why? He's had plenty of time. He's had albums before this.
Have you read about what the album is? Have you heard about what the album talks about everything that's going on with his health, the losing of his sister?
He never said, he's like, you know what? He said just enough for you to come to your own conclusion.
Exactly.
I think so. If you watch it, like I said, watch the entire interview from beginning to end, and you're gonna get a different feeling from the whole thing.
I got a feeling, man, I'm gonna change this for these dudes cry.
Because he's still broken. He's still very broken. And that's
when depending on what he's talking about, yes, he was very vulnerable, very raw. The emotions were still very present. But when you watch the entire thing, when they get back to lighter subjects, he's being funny again. He's talking about sex again. He's talking about dating again. So it takes you through the album, which I've listened to some, and the documentaries. You said, well,
broken.
But it's deep.
How's it being funny?
Deep subjects though. Towards and when it go, if you watch a full hour plus, yes.
No, we good. Now, I understand.
But I will say this: he's been through a lot from being molested as a kid, having a mom a dad on crack,
he was molested.
A mom that was not there for you, from having the loss of a brother. Yeah, he talks about it on the interview. So a lot of
We're frozen. No,
so we're breaking up. Internet.
Well, I'm gonna keep talking to you then, Sia, because I don't know what to do. But he does talk about being molested on there. He talks about his father being, oh God, how are they coming back?
Through the Matrix. He coming back through the Matrix, honey. We
fight it.
Push through like August pushed through them damn emotions on this video.
Me?
No, we're not breaking up, boo. It's you through. You through booking.
It does. You know what? It does say my internet connection is unstable, but I'm fine.
No, you wasn't.
No.
I wasn't saying nothing.
We agree. Because you had one facial expression like this.
The same one you got right now.
Yes, and you had that, and it stayed.
No, I'm saying when you froze just now. Yeah, see, y'all freezing. Do we want to start over?
That's you, because I can see her moving. I'm sure she can see me.
Hold on, let me do a refresh. No, I don't want to do a refresh, then to cut all the shit off. What about now?
You're good now.
Clear? Yeah, it's just
unstable. But you've been freezing periodically all throughout, even right before when we started filming it, you froze and then you came through.
Back in.
I was seeing y'all freeze. That's odd. Yeah, because I was looking like, damn, they freezing bad. So we'll get what we can out of this. All right. So we done with that. We'll come back and we'll fill in if we have time about August. I want to find those text messages.
Okay.
So with that being said, as far as relationships, I want to know, okay, using that situation and using that example, do we think that men and women can be friends, especially if it's an ex? Let's start off if you can be friends, if you can be in a relationship and be friends with your ex. let's start off with that and then move toward if we can actually be friends and women and men. So I'll start with Alicia this time. Can you? Can men and women?
Hell
X?
no.
With X?
You know what? It depends on why. Like, I have developed I'm not gonna say a friendship, but a respect with my ex-husband. Well, we have a reason to communicate because we have children together. But before it was kind of a hostile relationship, and then it ended up over time when the wounds have healed, we now have a place where we can talk and have conversations, but there's still a line that we don't cross with it.
Yeah, that's not friendship.
Then never mind. So, but no, I would not say that it's okay to have a friendship because there's too much history, too much detail. You know too much about each other. There's a comfort level that's there. This is someone you've been intimate with. It's too much history. There is no, and it's so easy to get back in that space that's inappropriate with conversations.
Is it?
If you can get into that space with just having a regular friend, a platonic friend, then yes, I think that it's very easy to get back into that space. Even if both of you have moved on, it's too much of a comfort level that's there, and it can very easily fall back into how things used to be.
We know how they used to be. They used to be X-worthy. Go ahead.
No.
Just saying.
And so many people use the friendship as a way to kind of hold on to that ex and to be able to potentially get back in. So no. You're
an ex for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we at Y right now.
I've seen too many exes get back.
We at Y right now. We at Y. That's the next alphabet. We at Y at that point.
I've seen too many people redate the same person, those exes, all over again. They keep them in rotation and keep them in the back pocket. I had a friend that used to do that, usually date her exes. Like, what the fuck? It sounds good to say, oh, they're ex for a reason. But then these people will stay in the back pocket for when I'm single. Hey, what you doing? What you been up to?
Comfort zone.
Yeah, it's so easy to fall back into that, even if you just say, "Oh, I'm just seeing how you doing."
Does it not depend on what type of ex or how the breakup happened or how that went? Because I mean,
if it went that bad, I don't want to talk to you.
Exactly.
Well, I don't like none of mine, so I'm not friends.
You know what? I can honestly say, for the most part, I'm actually cool with all my exes. Like, for the most part.
So your wife cool with it?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I'm actually cool with all my exes in the sense of,
do y'all talk?
We could be friends. What do you mean?
With your wife's blessing?
On a regular? No, I don't talk.
With your wife's blessing, y'all could be friends.
We could be friends if I was divorced. Is that what you said?
I did not say that.
What did you say?
I said with your wife's blessing, you all can be friends.
I don't think it's a because the question we asked was, can they? It's not, do you have permission to? Now, if that's
your wife, I start stuttering for you.
That is a different question though. But yeah, I think I'm actually cool with them. I don't think that it's cool to be friends. I don't think my wife.
We talking about friendship. We not being cool like when I see you outside, I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm talking about cool like ring, ring, ring. Hey, what you doing?
No, you can't. I mean, you could. What I'm saying is we're cool enough.
I know you could.
Could I call them or could I let them call me?
With your wife's blessing, yep. And y'all be talking and sit back chit-chatting like friends do. That's what friends do. Friends text, call, kick it. You need to do a check. Exes.
Actually, in a way, yes. In a
way,
yes.
In the room.
Because
call your wife in the room. Call Shay in the room.
Well, right now? Now,
yep.
if I to be honest with you, I was gonna call in here, but if I thought that she was gonna come in here without my son, then I probably would.
Exactly.
But no, she would come in. I mean, she would tell you, because to be honest with you, like, I honestly don't think, in a sense of men and women, period. You know my thoughts on it, but I'm saying, like, when you talk about blessing, like, if I call Sylvia right now and talk to her on the phone, my wife would have no problem.
I think we've established though years of developing trust.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
and for the most part, we really don't deviate and talk to each other one-on-one. Normally, it's a group of us, but I don't think that my husband would even have a problem with the one-on-one conversation either.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's a foundation been laid.
If it's a one, that's my point. If it's a one-on-one, it just depends on how comfortable you've made the person. Now, to answer the first part of the question, no, I don't think that it's cool for exes to just be that type of friend. Nah, it ain't like it's an ex.
Why?
And why couldn't they be that type of friend? Because it brings about
from your standpoint as a guy, why?
From a standpoint as a guy, from a guy standpoint, I don't think that we don't believe in men and women friends. That's just from a guy standpoint because we know niggas. But from just a standpoint of people, period, I don't think that is for an ex. No, exes, no. You can't do the ex thing because, for one, that's gonna cause problems, and for one, why are you talking to an ex? That's how I feel. Like, if that's an ex, you with somebody, and probably that person may be dating people while y'all talking on a regular. If that's an ex, as far as men and women friends, like close friends talking all the time, every day, you know, on the phone, chit chatting, talking about sports and shit. Nah, you gonna the sports talk gonna turn into football.
Sylvia got I disagree face.
Yeah, go ahead, Sylvia.
No, y'all can be cool, but y'all can't be friends. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm cool.
Yeah, but y'all ain't finna be talking every day and all the time about this, about that, and you ain't no confide and none of that going on. No, y'all can be cool, but y'all ain't friends. I'm your friend. Shit, what you mean?
No, that's a fact though. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at it like you don't. And I don't know if it's a jealousy thing. I just think it's partially a respect thing, I guess. And like you said, if I'm your friend and I'm your friend, I think it's actually okay. I don't know if it's possible. Like,
what's the guy name? It's a black guy. I can't think of his name. They had him. He recently we were talking about him. He was quarantined with his ex-wife. And with the ex-wife's boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Let's make a deal.
I can't think of his name.
Wayne Brady.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're very much like besties, and they were on Family Feud recently together. Like,
that's fine. I'm not knocking it. I just honestly think that, you know, for the most part, men and women can't be friends. Women will say that. Like, a lot of women will say that. A lot of women, like, they so fucking naive. They really just be sitting back thinking that, yeah, me and him just cool. I've been knowing him for 30 years. We talked about that. Yeah, he just a patient ass nigga. At the end of the day, he like, your ass is worth waiting on. At the end of the day, that's all it is. He like, man, if I gotta wait 30 years for a shot at that ass,
oh, you
so big.
Friends with for 30 years and y'all just been friends for 30 years, and you talking about somebody that you dated and they're your ex and y'all still friends?
Shit, either one of them motherfuckers, niggas still waiting on. It's just the difference between one and the other is one and had it and he just wanted it again. Fuck you talking about? Shit. Man, look, ain't no niggas out here up to no good. I mean, up to good, doc, man. Nigga, long time, nigga waiting in line for nigga, like, man, straight joke. Shit, I hope he makes the biggest mistake. I'm telling you, like, shit. Y'all better learn, man. I'm giving away jewels right now. The nigga ain't your friend.
No, I mean, I completely agree.
Nigga's not your friend.
It's just no.
You can't even be around a dude you can't even be around a homosexual. I don't trust them. Nope.
Are you serious?
Nope. Nope, nigga. You a nigga first. I don't trust you, cuz. I'm sorry. Hey man, have y'all ever seen breasts?
But you know what I will say though, is a lot of times they will be more so the ones who be touchy feely. Like, I don't be grabbing my friend booty, her breasts, titties, none of that. But I will say this: when it is a male, female, and the guy is gay, he do be really touchy feely. I even saw one.
He getting it
I
in.
I think it was Tay, and he grabbed in between her legs and touched all in between. And I was like,
Man, look, at the end of the day, man, y'all bodies look the same to that nigga like it do to us. And for y'all, it's like, just for him, y'all like an alien and he's doing experimentation. You might want to be like it. But hey, at the end of the day, he might have some questions at the end of the day. Like I don't put nothing, because think about it. He the one that's gonna get closest and ain't got nothing to worry about. So he the biggest threat. Keep your enemies close. Nah, he the biggest threat. Niggas a threat. All of them. Anything ain't got what you got is a threat. Anything ain't got what you got is a threat. And even some of them threats. Shit, hell, you talking about? I'm looking at your friends crazy. Call her fine one more time. You're out.
Whatever.
You is bad in that dress. Yeah, bitch. You was an ex-friend. 5, 4, 3, 2. Shit, I can't do it. I'm sorry, but okay. So we've established that there is no trust, male or female, men and women can't be friends. I'm not hearing it. We could be cool, talk, but when it gets to the point where it's every day and we talking back and forth, at that point,
those old feelings get to sliding back on in.
I can learn to like you again, or learn to at least I can forget about why I left you. It's enough time to do that. And then now I'm like, you know what? There was some things I liked about that one. Now,
change now.
We good.
Now
exactly.
You change. You different. Everything that I didn't like about you before, you've grown. You've matured.
Yeah, your conversation. You have a conversation with somebody. Yeah, you have a conversation. It's like, damn, that don't sound like the old you. I like this you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Nah. Stay ass out around mine. I remember back in the day. I'm gonna say this and then we gotta move. But I remember back in the day, one of my partners came to the house, and we were real big on this. But one of my partners came to the house, and I wasn't there. And he came looking for me, boom, boom, and Shay called me, and she was like, hey, his name Willie too. We call him Willie. But he's like, she said, hey, Willie over here, he was looking for you. I was like, Willie over where? I said, Willie where? She was like, he in the living room waiting for you. I said, that motherfucker gonna become the dead room. You get that motherfucker out. Like, you should have let that. I said, man, that nigga should have stayed. Hey, we had a pact. Hey, my man, you should have been in the car. If you want, I went over one of my partner's house, and his lady was at the I walked in, I'm thinking he was there. I walked in, knocked on the door. I was like, hey, is old boy here? She was like, nah, he not too far away. He'd be here in probably about maybe 10 to 15 minutes. I was like, all right, cool. I'll just be in the car with the radio on for 15 minutes.
Right.
Nigga, I ain't gonna do it. I won't get out like that. I don't get out like that. Okay, last topic. Let's get it in. I want to know is at people's funerals and their eulogy, when people talk about dead people and they know they wasn't shit, why do people say good shit? I want to know if that's fake or if it's warranted. Should you be automatically obligated to say something great about the person just because they're dead? Man, I wish we had more time for this.
Bro, listen, I think people feel like they obligated. I feel like if they say something, if they tell the truth about who a person really is, they gotta fight their family about that motherfucker. They like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, your family know this nigga was garbage.
They gonna be like, I ain't got time to be fighting their ass somebody because they got him on a shirt with the wings and shit. Like he was.
Man, how that motherfucker? Hey man, how that dirty motherfucker on the shirt?
They not gonna fight them folks about their church, bro. They not trying to get their casket with him.
If look, man, if it was me, I'm just saying, like, don't have me up there, because if the nigga was stealing down here, the first thing I'm gonna get up there and say is he probably stealing in heaven. Hey man, that motherfucker probably taking wings off angels and shit. Motherfucker stealing clouds. I don't give a fuck that. Look, man, if the nigga was dirty and he wasn't shit, if he beat his woman, if the nigga beat his woman, if he wasn't nothing, if he was a deadbeat ass, he was a deadbeat ass dad. Say that. Say, hey, may he rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Regardless to his faults when he was here, because he was not a good person at the end of the day.
Let Alicia go, because I got something that's real quick.
Go ahead, Alicia. We got 1 minute. Go ahead.
I mean, it's a different thing. People have a different respect for the dead.
Why?
And speaking on somebody that's no longer here, it's just part of our history. It's part of our respect level that when a person dies,
let's change.
Even now, when we talk about Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson, many of those, we was like, hey, fuck whatever they did, it died when they died.
That's one thing.
I don't think you got to talk them up to. You said what?
That's one thing. We talking about somebody that was flat out fucking dirty. Like, you wasn't shit when you was here.
I mean, even with them though, the person is now dead. You don't have to go ahead and talk down on, but I also don't have to talk you up. A lot of times on
that's what people do though. They
sermons
talk
that
up.
I've gone to, instead of talking about the person, they just. Well, I'm saying, but have you ever not been to a funeral or maybe the person died because they went into some janky shit and it caused them to go ahead and to lose their life? But the pastor talk about how you need to save yourself.